What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we back. We back for another what it is review, girl review, talk about video, whatever. First of all, before somebody say, why you up here chewing gum? Why you up here talking? Because you know, some of y'all just be really particular. Really particular. And I just don't understand it. But anyway, I hope everybody has been doing well. Girl, I just got up into the house. I said, let me go ahead and do this video for y'all. I don't want to keep y'all waiting no longer than y'all have to. Listen. I don't know, y'all. I just feel it in my spirit like that this probably gonna be whole season. I don't know. Like the weather is really weathering right about now. And I am absolutely loving it, okay? Baby, it is so goddamn hot outside, but it's not really hot. It's warm, but it ain't no humidity out there. That's what it is. It's like 80 degrees outside right about now, but it's no humidity. So it's really cute. It's really cute. You know what I'm saying? But I hope y'all been having good times or whatever, and y'all weather been good. But anyway, let's just get up into this, what it is. Girl, Freaknik has been on everybody's tongue, okay? And when I mean everybody, I'm just like, a lot of y'all putting yourselves out there, okay? So basically what's going on is Hulu is about to do this documentary. I don't know when it's going to be released, but it's going to be released on Hulu about Freaknik. You know, well, since I'm talking about it, let me see, when did Freaknik start? When did Freaknik start? Oh, it began in 1983 as a small picnic in a park near the Atlanta University Center, sponsored by the DC Metro Club for students that could not afford to return home. And damn, so it went from 1983 to 1999. So that's a good 10, 16 years. I mean, what is it, y'all? Oh, bitch, I was right. Okay, girl, let me tell you something. You get older, sometimes you be thinking that you know stuff, and you be like, now that sound right, but is it really right? Okay, but yeah, it was going around for a minute, a good 10-year plus run or whatever. It has good and it's had its downs. Now, see, at first I was a little confused. I said, oh, bitch, how Hulu get a hold of this? Girl, then I realized who all gonna be on it, right? And I think Jermaine Dupri got a hand in producing it or whatever. And y'all already know me. Anything black, especially dealing with the black culture, dealing with black music or whatever, from, you know, early on till now, Ashley is gonna be watching it. Ashley is gonna be supporting it. Ashley is gonna be listening, right? Because I love looking at the history. Now, let me tell you something. I always said I wish I was around doing Freaknik. Now, let me tell you something. Yes, I would have been down there wilding out. But no, I wouldn't have been out there wilding out like that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be scared to be doing all of that. But, you know, I would have to go through a couple just to see how it is, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just to say that I witnessed that. Now, see, that ain't the problem, all right? Now, some of y'all are telling on yourselves. Let me see something. Not yet. Some of y'all telling on yourselves, and I'm talking about your mamas and your daddies, okay? Your mamas, your aunties, your daddies, your uncles, your cousins, and all of that stuff, your big cousins and all of them. Y'all telling on yourselves, all right? You got women coming out the woodwork talking about some, listen, if I pop up in a documentary, I was young. Don't come for me, baby. We weren't looking for you, okay? If we just so happen to see you and be like, damn, she look familiar, I let it go bad. I just be like, we had a good time for the most part. You know what I'm saying? But you know, a lot of the talk has been around. Okay, my mama cooked some healthy pasta, and she wanted to show me, and it's spicy, as she said. Girl, you know. Okay, at least she doing good. Y'all, god dang, I'm so sorry, y'all. You know, my mama, she just, Oh, in the update on my mama doing better. My mama's doing really, really well. She's trying to get her strength back up. Do y'all realize when my mama got sick and she had that heart attack, do you know it was literally like a freak of nature? My mama had a infection and she didn't even know where it came from. Okay, so it wasn't like a regular because you too fat type of heart attack. You got clogged arteries because her arteries aren't clogged. Nothing is narrow. There was no clot or nothing. They couldn't find nothing, so they had to go through the MRI and all that stuff that determined that, yeah, you did have this heart attack, but it must have came from a viral infection that you had in your heart, and they just did not know it. I said, well, but the body is a crazy thing. But anyway, back to Mr. Freaknik, okay? A lot of the controversy that has been going on, and I don't like the fact that as soon as we talked about Freaknik came up, immediately men and women was like, oh, some of y'all mamas finna be shown, and all this stuff, and y'all sisters, y'all aunties, and all this stuff. It was literally basically coming for the women. Basically, because I know in a lot of the footage that some of us have seen before, you see the women, they dancing, they wilding out, but you also see men. And I just didn't like that narrative because honestly, it goes for both. And like people had to put out there, y'all gonna see your mamas probably, y'all gonna see your daddies probably. You see your mama out there twerking and living her life free, probably being a little hoe. Probably not, just being liberated. And then you gonna have your daddy or whoever else over there in the family that you know, or a friend or whatever, that's out here being a goddamn predator, And let's just be honest. All these situations, no matter white, black, whatever culture it is, they have their good parts about it, they have their bad parts about it. And the only reason why I'm bringing that up because, I seen this tweet where this girl has said, so let me guess, they gonna use this documentary to try to paint it as black men are rapists, right? And of course, that's going to lead the charge. It was very much pick me. Because then she was like, when they going to do a documentary on MTV Spring Break or MTV or Girls Gone Wild and all this stuff and woo, woo, woo. And I'm so glad that I seen way more comments and responses to this tweet was people saying, why is it that when we have an event or whatever, then all of a sudden, or somebody do a documentary on us and we see the bad and the good, all of a sudden we want to bring another culture in and be like, well, what about them? Because it happens in every goddamn culture, so we don't need to do that. And truth be told, a quick Google search would have told you that there has been documentaries done on Girls Gone Wild, and I mean, they went through it. One was recently on TNT, and I watched that shit. It was so sickening, okay? It was so sickening, the shit that they went through. And then you worried about that. Meanwhile, it's like, if your people didn't do nothing, or if the men didn't do nothing, they ain't got nothing to worry about. And no, it's not a generalization trying to say that black men are rapists or whatever. It's just saying that if you're going to do a documentary on an event that took place over years, that was a big shining cultural thing down in the South with the college students and other people or whatever, you got to get the good and you have to get the bad. It's not going to be a balanced situation, a balanced documentary if you're only going to be one-sided. And then you're going to paint all the women as if, they're whores and all this stuff just because they dressed a certain way or, they drinking, they shaking their ass or whatever. But yet the men out there doing the same thing. The men out there, some of them, and it's not saying that all of them was out there taking advantage of women or whatever. It was some of them that were doing that. And it's been a documentary that's on YouTube. I think it's called True Life Freaknik that was talking about it. And you literally have some of them that's in their letters basically saying, if you got your ass out or if you dressed a certain way, that means I can do whatever the fuck I want to do to you. And I'm just like, wow, that's a lot of people right about now. Y'all sounded like that y'all would engage in some type of this nasty material situation, or y'all rape apologists. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like when you gotta, well, I wonder what this person did, or the whites do this, that they go into detail about them and expose them and all that shit. was nothing good about Girls Gone Wild. There was absolutely nothing good about that. So technically speaking, you can't even compare that to Freaknik, because Freaknik started off for something good for students, okay, who could make it back to spring break, to their home or whatever. Girls Gone Wild was just for perverts, okay? I'm just gonna be quite honest. People that wanted to molest women, get away with it, women down in their luck or whatever. I don't know, because I never got into Girls Gone Wild, mostly because they was white girls and I just didn't understand the appeal. But it just seemed very sinister to me. And also, if you want to talk about something else, I told y'all this a while ago when it came out last year. HBO has a docuseries on music called Music Box. One of the episodes was about Juice WRLD. One of the episodes was about DMX. One of the episodes was about Alanis Morissette. They had a recent one about this country artist that just came out this past weekend. But also, one of the episodes was about Woodstock 99. And again, it showed the good and it showed how terrible that shit was. And you talking about you want to be upset and that certain men or whatever might be painted as rapists or assaulters or whatever. Girl, they took no chances and they wasted no time to put it out there up in this Woodstock 99 documentary about all them white boys that was out there and they was out there sexually assaulting women, raping women in huddles. Some of them women weren't even women, they were teenagers and young teenagers. And I'm talking about, when I say young, from the age like 13. Okay, they out there getting raped and everything. You know, they had to find one up in the goddamn van. Okay, and y'all up in y'all feelings because they gonna paint, like, ain't nobody, and it's always an agenda. It's no agenda. If you didn't do it or the people didn't do it, there wouldn't be nothing to talk about. Okay, there's no agenda to make anybody look like nothing. All right, if it happened, it happened. You have to do it. If that's how you do it in this world. You want to be fair. We want to put a documentary out. We want to get the full story. We cannot give the good without giving the ugly, okay? Because there's always a good and there's always an ugly part to it, you know? Because why did it get canceled? It was too much stuff that was going on. It became a little bit sinister. We have to understand that. But again, Ashley gonna be watching that shit. I might do a little a video on it if it's really, really good. But yeah, I'll be looking forward to it. Girl, if I see somebody I know, I'll be like, you was out there now see, and you coming at us about our music and about we dress and about how we do this and we do that, when you was out there shaking your ass, okay, had your coochie all out and everything, but you want to come at us. Girl, all right, you got your dick swinging and you trying to talk about, well, back in my day, back in your day, you was doing what? That. Anyway, moving on from that, let's talk about Chloe Bailey, all right? Chloe actually had a concert. She kicked off her tour. I think it's only probably like a few cities. It's not big of a tour. It's like a little starter tour, but it's really just her own tour as a solo artist. Just like, I feel like it's more so promo or whatever, but she only got one album out, plus those other songs that she put out that's not on the album. I apologize. I was trying so hard not to do that. Let me tell you something. My sinuses was giving me hell last night. I could not go to sleep for shit, okay, because of this stuff. I'm really about to look into, again, seeing a ear, nose, and throat doctor, because I really want them to see, like, bitch, what's going on with these sinuses? And fix them, because I'm tired of it. But yeah, Lil Mama had released her album or whatever. She started her tour yesterday, actually. She came to Chicago. Chicago was the first day, so she was out here, sold out crowd, and she did really well from what I saw on the clips. Now, I was thinking about going, but then I said, girl, now. And then yesterday, when I was going back and forth whether or not I was gonna get a ticket, and my body said, girl, you're going home, because like towards the last couple of hours of work, my body was just feeling really out of whack, and I just knew I needed to either get some electrolytes or something into me or whatever. Like, I was just feeling ultra drained, like I was about to pass out, and I don't know what was going on, but I had to come home and lay down, so I couldn't do it. Plus, I ain't want to be the only old bitch up in there, but hey, it is what it is. But let me tell you this. Chloe's album came out, and I know what I said about it last week when it first came out, and I listened to it. And I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I have not went back to listen to it again. And it's not because I thought that the album was bad. That's literally how I've been with every freaking album that has come out. The only ones that I've actually been listening to, of course y'all already know I've been listening to Renaissance, but I haven't even listened to Renaissance in a few weeks. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. I've listened to SZA a few times. And other than that, I don't really think I've listened to anything else. Okay. If I do listen to music, it's like it's 90s music, it's early 2000 music or whatever, playlists, videos, and all that stuff. I just play it on my TV, and that's just it. But other than that, I'm just all up in my YouTube videos and my podcast and, catching up on my shows. That's just basically what I've been doing. So I just have to be in the mood to listen to the new music that's out. And honestly, a lot of the new music that has come out, it has not grasped me, okay, enough for me to be like, oh, let me listen to it again. And that's no shade to them. It's just that, honestly, I really don't understand what's going on with the music business and why we keep on getting these short songs. And as soon as I see the runtime for somebody that says that their album is coming out, and I see the runtime is less than an hour, 30 minutes, or just slightly under 40 minutes, it's like, oh, what is this? I'm sorry, I get so mad. So that means you finna have a whole bunch of 2-minute songs on here, and I'm just gonna be really pissed. Why are we getting an album full of interludes? It's just irritating to me. I did feel the same way about, Chloe's album, because it's 14 songs and it's like half interludes and 38 minutes altogether. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh my God, can we extend this? You do the video version when you put the video out, but give us the album version when you make it a little bit longer. I want bridges back in these songs. That's what I want, okay? I want bridges back in these songs to bridge the fucking gap of the freaking verses, okay? That's what they were there for. Bitch, I don't understand. It is making me mad even thinking about it right about now, but that's neither here nor there, even though it has a lot to do with everything. Chloe album came out, and Chloe album only sold like 10,000 copies. And honestly, I'm not even finna sit here and lie to y'all. The way that things have been going with her, I wasn't expecting phenomenal numbers. I wasn't expecting big numbers, no shade. I wasn't expecting it to be this low, but I was not expecting it to be the way, I just wasn't expecting it. But I wasn't expecting huge, like 100,000 copies sold in the first week. Oh no. Okay, probably 50. I thought it was going to be at least that. But there's a lot of things that go into play with the whole, you want to call it a flop. But sometimes, you can't really make an excuse. And I understand that this day and age of music, a lot of people aren't selling as much. And see, this is what goes back to when people I ain't even gonna say that. But a lot of people don't sell as much. Even these big name artists, they don't sell as much these days. And it's been like that for a minute, and it's kind of up. Okay, it's kind of messed up. It really is. Also, of course, because she's under Beyonce, she's been compared to Beyonce. She's on her management company. Y'all have to understand, Parkwood didn't put this album out. She is under the record label of Columbia. Parkwood is a subsidiary under Columbia, I believe, but it's a management company. It's management, something like that. It's not an actual record label that she signed to, So they're not putting the album out. Columbia Records, who they are signed to, is putting the album out. And, for people saying, oh, well, Beyonce could have did this and Beyonce could have did that. Well, if you followed her Parkwood account, she did post, I don't know who controlling it, but that's with Beyonce. So they did put up, the promos. Everything that Chloe was doing was on the Parkwood account. Was it on Beyonce's personal account? No. Beyonce barely did the promo for her own albums. What did you think that she was gonna do for hers? Okay, and there was times that Beyonce had put in her stories when she was doing it, hype Chloe up just a little bit or whatever by just posting a picture and all that stuff, or reposting when she was in the magazine. But it's like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if Beyonce would have splashed her all over her Instagram, her Twitter, her this or whatever. People had already had it in their minds that they did not like Chloe and they were not checking for her ever since when she first started to go solo, okay? And it's so crazy how when Chloe and Halle were together and their last album came out, and when they were performing, people were saying, oh, look at Chloe, because Chloe was giving it to you. They was like, yeah, I can see her going solo. She needs to go solo. She needs to go solo. Now when she's gone solo, it's like, I like her better when she was with Chloe and Halle, or that she went solo too quick. Honestly, I would kind of agree with that part. I do feel like Chloe went solo a little too soon. But at the same time, y'all was pushing for her to go solo. Now that she's gone solo and gave y'all solo material, you're just not feeling it because you feel like she do too much. Meanwhile, that's just how the girl been since she was a kid, okay? And there's video evidence of that she just that type of do too much type of person, and I can understand people who say, she's just not my cup of tea, and they're not trying to be negative about it. But then you have people that say, go out their way just to make it look like she's just this, just to be really, really negative and really, really mean for whatever. And that's why I said, you can't really blame Beyonce because, first of all, Beyonce barely promoted her own sister's album. And I'm talking about the last one, okay? Beyonce barely promoted that. Beyonce don't even fucking follow her mama, nor her sister, nor Kelly, nor Michelle, nor Angie, nor any of her family members on freaking Instagram, okay? She don't. Which means to tell me that bitch don't even run that account. I don't even think Blue do, but hey, it is what it is. I'm not gonna blame her. I'm gonna blame the people that's putting it out there, the people that, and the main ones that want to blame other people and talk mess about the fact that she didn't sell as much. Y'all was the main one that had already had it up in y'all mind that y'all wasn't gonna buy the girl stuff anyway or listen to it because y'all already said, according to y'all, she do too much, she too sexualized, she this, she that, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, girl. Anyway, do I feel like she's still trying to find herself? Yes. And I know somebody had put a comment down talking about she 20-something. What you mean she's still trying to find herself? She should know her direction. Do you realize that you don't put an age factor and a limit on trying to find yourself? It has been artists out here who thought that they supposed to be in one particular genre or doing one particular style, and then all of a sudden they switch up into something else because they still trying to find who they are, okay? And being a new artist in this industry, or being an artist period, you're going to have your hits, you're going to have your misses. And at this point in time, this is just a learning experience for Chloe, just so that she can go back to the drawing board and do things differently. I felt some type of way about all of the singles that they was releasing back to back with the videos and everything, and then it's like they'll come out and you don't hear nothing else about it. And I probably think what really messed her up also at the end was the fact that the single that they decided to release with Chris Brown and all of that controversy, I really think that played a part in it. I do feel like she needs a better, I don't want to say a better team, but something got to be fixed in that. Something got to be fixed in that because yes, they were putting her out there. She's been on talk shows. She's been in movies. She's been in TV shows. You know what I'm saying? She's all over, But what is it about her that's not connecting? All right. And we have to understand that everybody's not going to connect with everybody. And that's just how it is. You can't blame it on somebody else if the people ain't connecting with you. It's not Beyonce's fault that people ain't connecting with Chloe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's Chloe's fault. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. The girl is super talented. She has time to get it together. And at this point in time, I just want... If the music thing don't work out, she can definitely do the acting because she done already proved that. I loved her when she was in Grownish. Girl, I still ain't see Pray This. They said that was good, so I'm going to have to watch that probably when I get through finish this or whatever. But... Chloe will be all right. I'm looking forward to Halle and see what type of music she want to put out. And then y'all compare Halle and her. And it's like, stop comparing, okay? They're sisters. They are not the same people. They are different people, different styles. But at the end of the day, I don't know the correlation. Halle a fight. Halle, look, it always be them quiet ones with the little sweet voices. Them be the ones that'll beat your ass, okay? And they already said, Halle is the fighter and Chloe is the one that'll sit there and cry. So, hey, it is what it is. I don't know the correlation. I just want to throw that out there. Since y'all want to say the girl's so sweet and innocent. Girl, I feel like she could have took, if her and Ruby Rose would have got into a fight, no shade, I know I'm being a little bit messy. I think she would have gave that girl a run for her money. Truth be told, she probably would have won. Okay, throw them dreads up in the goddamn ponytail and get to whacking, bitch. Anyway, I'm so fucking messy. Let me stop. And Halle, why is your man on live with his so-called friends or whatever, and then he ain't even, I don't give a damn if that is not Chloe's man or whatever, but you are dating her sister, which means you've been around her and you allowed that dude to say that stuff. Like, talk about something. She probably needs some consoling because her album flopped. Bitch, you didn't need to say that. I would have exited out his square. I would have booted him out. I'm like, hold up. That's my homie. Don't do that. That's my girl's sister. You calm that shit down. That's what I would have did. You know, y'all young kids just don't know how to do it. But anyway, moving on from that. Speaking of young, 11, what's going on? What's going on, mama? Why is everybody just rushing to get married these days at a young age? What is going on? Is it something I'm missing? Because back in my day, wow. I just said that shit like I was 70 years old, girl. Back in my day, we used to have to walk 15 miles in the snow with no shoes on. That's how that shit sounded. Going and coming just to get to school, okay? And never missed a day. And we got there on time, because you want to know what time we woke up? We woke up at 2 o'clock just to get to school by 9. Girl, that's how I sounded, girl. Hold up. Back in my day, that shit just took me down. Am I in that era? No, bitch, I am not. No, I'm not, and I refuse to accept that if I am. Fuck you, man. I'm still in my 30s. Get out of here. Anyway, back in the day, that's what I was trying to say. Back in the day, we weren't rushing to get married like this at no young age. We wanted to play around. We wanted to find ourselves and all this stuff. Girl, Millie Bobby Brown, she done came out with a little picture of her little man, Bon Jovi's son, and got a little engagement rock on her finger. I said, I know the hell they not. I had to ask. I said, first of all, I really wasn't keeping up with the girl. I ain't looking at Stranger Things, I don't really care. But it was all over the timeline, and then I'm looking at her, and I'm like, now wait a minute. When I first was introduced to her, she was a little kid. It's only been a couple of years since it's only been a few years. So, damn, what's going on? She an adult now? Girl, she 19 years old. He 20 years old, and they engaged allegedly, possibly. Why are we rushing? I don't get it. Baby, we are not back in 1920 or, back in the day when you needed to be married out because you can't own nothing. Why do we have to do... Congratulations. It ain't mine. I just had questions. American Horror Story season 12 is coming, right? A teaser came up on my timeline from the account. So I'm assuming that the new season will be probably at the end of summer, probably early spring, something like that. I mean, early fall, something like that. Or it could be in the middle of summer. Or it could be at the beginning of August, something like that. I don't know. But either way, Emma Roberts is coming back. Now, bitch, I really would have jumped if I would have seen that, Sarah Paulson was coming back. Because she is American Horror Story. I would love to see Jessica Lange come back. But, baby, is Jessica Lange still with us? Girl, she left American Horror Story and we ain't heard shit from her. Let me see if Mama's still alive. Is Jessica Lange still alive? Okay. Okay. Mama still with her. She's still in the land of the living, girl. I said, all right, Mama landlord, you do what you gotta do. But Jessica Lange, she did make American Horror Story for me as well. Her and Sarah Paulson, they did their damn thing. But Emma Roberts became one of my favorites as well. So I'm glad she is coming back. Which means and which feels like we're probably gonna get some old characters from older seasons to come back like they used to do. Last season was cute, but let's get with the horror of it all, okay? Last season was more so about a public awareness about your health. Like, bitch, strap it up so you won't get these STDs, okay? STIs or whatever. And keep yourself safe and keep everybody else safe. You know what I'm saying? Because it was talking about how, you know, AIDS was out here just taking people out in the 80s and everything or whatever. But also, not only is Emma Roberts coming back, Kim Kardashian is going to be in season 12 as well. Girl, ask what? The last time I seen Kim Kardashian act on something, girl, she was in what? Tyler Perry's Temptations or whatever. Y'all know what it was. The one with Journey Smollett and Lance Gross. She played up in that. That was the last thing I ever seen her in. And if she was in something else, I don't remember because I didn't watch it if I did. But I was like, oh, okay. Hopefully, I was about to say hopefully her character get killed first. That's kind of wrong. But anyway, I'm going to be watching it. And if it's good, you know, I'm going to review it. So you don't even got to ask that. Moving on from that, since we talking about Kim Kardashian, let's talk about Kanye West for a second. Kanye West need his ass whooped, okay? And I'm going to just tell y'all that right off the bat. Y'all can feel how y'all feel about Kanye West. That's fine. Love him. I don't give a damn. But when it comes to the children and taking advantage of them and making our kids dumber than a doorknob, oh, you need your ass whooping. You also want to know who need their ass whooped too? The goddamn parents that put them up in this Donda school just because it's Kanye West when he going through the shit that he going through. All because you probably thought that the teachers was going to be better. Baby, the teachers are uprising. They said, bitch, we are about to file suit. Some of them got fired unjustly, wasn't getting paid enough for what, getting their pay hold back. People getting fired because they're, you know, certified teachers, but they're seeing a whole bunch of violations of what is going on in this school. You know, they was talking about the food or whatever. Somebody said, they only give them kids sushi. I mean, on the one hand, it's a little healthy. On the other hand, how you know I ain't allergic to fish? Raw fish, okay? Baby, I want to eat sushi every day. I don't want to eat sushi at all right? Give me some fish, but cook it, grill it. If you want to make it healthy, all right? Do that. But I said, girl, it can't be that just that. And it's like, no, girl, it's like you ask them for stuff, they don't have it. You try to correct stuff, they get upset with you. You're trying to wipe down and clean things off, they get upset with you for doing that. You're just trying to make the environment safe, they don't want you doing all of that stuff. And then what really pissed me off was one of the teachers that's filing the lawsuit that used to work there, she said, them kids are dumb, basically, in so many words. The kids are not learning. The kids don't get homework. The kids don't have anything to, you know, they're not being taught the right things. They don't know about the Holocaust. They barely know about any African-American figures and stuff like that. I said, what? Now, granted, you know, it's Kanye West. Of course, I'm pretty sure he probably do the curriculum and be like, bitch, take the Jews out because you know how he anti-Semitic. But then you don't know nothing about the African Americans, the blacks. The blacks? What the blacks do to you? You mad at the blacks too? So the kids don't know about Harriet Tubman? God damn. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then the lady said the teaching up there is so bad, so lax, and the kids are so damn behind that if you take them out of the school and try to enroll them in a regular school, they're going to have a hard-ass time because they're going to be so far behind. I will be pissed, okay? I paid. Now, first of all, again, it is the parents' fault. It is the parents' fault for enrolling them kids up in that damn school because, one, you got to pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just to get that kid up in there, only for them to be eating rice and goddamn raw fish and learning that 2 + 2 = 3. Are you serious? Are you serious? Do they know what the square root of 16 is? Probably not. Probably not. You know, and I'm just like, wow, this is not surprising at all. Let me see what she actually said, y'all. They said they are deprived of the education they deserve. They concerned if they try and go elsewhere, they'll be behind. There's code violations, the fact that the kids aren't getting graded properly nor learning about important factual events. It's going to be a difficult road ahead of them. Yep. Them kids just going to be dumb as shit. And I hate to say it like that, but that's just basically what it is. They are being suppressed because of all the constant changes that go on at the school. We have something in place that's kind of called Educate that we haven't even been keeping up with. But since I've been there, there's been no report cards given to the students or progress report. So because Donda's not in an accredited school, baby, that's one thing that I don't understand. Why would you go to a non-accredited school, especially if you in high school or if you in grammar school and college is that too? I just don't believe in that shit. And I just knew, like, we not surprised by this news about Donda. Soon as that video came out with them kids singing that song to Donda, like their Pledge of Allegiance, I just was like, take them kids out, shut that thing down. It was giving very much coat to me, but you know, hey, pray for the kids, okay? No kid left behind. Kanye West said, no. Moving on from that, y'all got to be careful out here. Because they said it's an antibiotic-resistant superbug that's out there in Los Angeles and it been detected in the wastewater. Girl, stay the fuck away from me. That's all I got to say on that. I don't want nothing that's resistant. They said there's a whole bunch of shit out here that's resistant to antibiotics and all this stuff. And people be dying. I'm tired. Ever since Miss Girl came through and just shook the place, like, she shook us. Why we gotta be so careful about everything now? Baby, I still wear my mask to a certain degree. If I'm in an Uber because I'm in a close space, and that means it's just gonna be me and that person, we only a few feet away from each other, and if you was to cough, them sparkles will come into my goddamn mouth. I don't want that, so I put my mask on when I'm in the Uber or whatever. When I'm at work and I'm in the workroom or whatever, because most of them it just be me, I have my mask off. But baby, I just want to have a good summer. That's all, okay? I don't want to worry about health, okay? I want to be like David Griffin's boyfriend / husband. First of fucking all, I did not know that David Griffin was gay. That's one. Two, I did not know he was 80 goddamn years old. And he's a billionaire. Man, the man is worth $7.7 billion, okay? Mind you, he got this new little boyfriend / husband that they possibly say is his husband now. 30 years old, fitness trainer, something like that. Baby, his name is Donovan Michaels, all right? Mind you, he had an ex-girlfriend that came out and said, I ain't never known him to like no niggas. I said, baby, when the money's right, ain't no telling what might happen. He said $7.7 billion. I'll be all type of play toys to you. I said, what? Now, this is David Griffin, the dude from the music company. I said, I didn't know he was gay. He better be careful because I really do think that man probably waiting for him to pass away. And, you know, he gonna be like, how he died? On top of me. That's how he gonna be. That's how he... That would... Oh, my God. Can you imagine if something like that happened to y'all? Y'all in the throes of passion with your partner, and I pray this never happens to any of y'all. And then all of a sudden, you thinking they nothing, and then all of a sudden, you don't hear nothing else. You don't feel no movement or whatever, because you look down, and they like this. You know? And I'm just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I be so traumatized. It'll be a minute before I want to fuck around. I'm like, I got killer pussy, okay? And it just... Killer pussy, killer dick, okay? Girl, ain't nobody got time for that. That would traumatize me and probably drive me up every time you know it won't. But it'll make me cautious for a while. It'll take a minute for me to get back out there. Baby, I need to get back out there now. Anyway. Good grits. Good grits. Good grits. I don't even eat grits, so where did that come from? But moving on from that, girl, y'all see the sun and the natural light coming in. The sun about to start setting. It is what it is. So y'all heard the whole kerfuckle of the bullshit that was going down there at the Nashville house, Tennessee house, Nashville. The GOP basically voted these two black hold on. Two black congressmen, not congressmen, but House of Representatives out, but Democratic. They were protesting these gun laws. They was protesting our gun law, but, you know, they want gun control. And they was protesting to get it, okay? The Democratic people, they are for gun control. And especially after what just happened down there in Nashville with that person, I don't know, that person coming through, doing whatever they did, and killing those kids, those 3 kids and those 3 adults, you know what I'm saying, at the schools. We want tighter and stricter gun laws so that this won't happen again. But, you know, they want to do a protest against them because they're not for what the GOP wants and the Republicans wants, I should say. Same thing. Oh, let's expel them out. Baby, I had never heard of Justin Jones. I have never heard of Justin Pearson, but they're young and they are here to stay, baby. These are the future. They are the future. Now, what put my eye to it, because it was retweeted on my timeline, a video of Justin Jones just going in about, so y'all want to expel me because I'm up here trying to get, you know, some gun laws up in here that's going to help protect our kids, protect us as people. But yet, you got people up in here that's probably in here right now that y'all know about who, you know, is a child molester. This person did this, and this person peed in this person's chair. I said, what? And I was mad at Justin for a minute. I was mad at Mr. Justin Jones because I said, baby, name names, okay? Name names, so I can go look them up and look at it and be like, yeah, you look like the type that'll do that. And truth be told, we are not surprised that they hold on to stuff like this and they protect these people. Look at how Trump got into office. Trump is dirtier than Dirt McGirt, okay? And he is still being protected by all of these people that do not care that he's done some of the most vile things, okay? You know, and it's just how it is. And politics is so disgusting. And I just don't understand anybody who wants to get involved with it. Baby, your stress level must be down through the roof, because I just ain't got time for it. Justin Pearson, they expelled him too. And it was supposed to be this other woman. She was a Democrat, white lady, older white lady in her 60s. She didn't get expelled and got saved by 1 vote. My whole thing is, if you're going to expel all of them who protested against this whole gun control situation shit that y'all was against, you need to expel every last one of them. And that's when it became about color. That's how everybody saw, because even Miss Lady said the same thing in the interview that she said. She said, why do you think? Just look at it. Because I'm white and they're black. And I said, well, girl, thank you for telling the truth, because we already knew it, but thank you for confirming it. 2 + 2 = 4. But yeah, and so it just caused a big uproar. They reinstated them now, and they just thought that they could get away with it. They weren't expecting this backlash. They wasn't expecting what happened. And thank you, because now you put these 2 black men on the spotlight, and now you got people really paying attention to them. Now you got their, you know, name coming up, okay, and people are very much interested. So I feel like we got the future right there. We got the future right there. Like, motherfucker, all of this over gun control, I just don't understand it. It's not like people are trying to take away your guns, and that's what these people don't understand. They don't want the guns taken away. They just want to make it so that It's stricter for people to get them that aren't supposed to have them. But at the same time, even if you do have tight gun control laws and litigations and all of that stuff, what about the illegal guns? How are we going to combat the illegal guns? Because you can put all the type of laws and say that you got to be this old and you got to have this ID, this permit or whatever in order to get this. But a lot of guns that are out on the street, they're obtained illegally. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how are we going to combat that as well? And then we had another shooting that happened yesterday at a bank, I think in Louisville. I don't know. I believe it was Louisville. Dude either got fired or something. 23 years old, came down there and basically just shot up the joint and a few people got killed. And I heard the 911 call of his mama saying, I really hope that y'all get there in time, but I think something's about to happen. Something's going on with my son. She tries to warn him. And at least this is the first time that I can remember in my recollection where an actual parent tried to say something and didn't be like, oh my God, I didn't know my child would do something like this. No, she called the cops and said, bitch, this was my happening. He been acting weird. I'm trying to let y'all know because I don't want nothing to happen. And right when she was calling, stuff was happening. I said, wow, I know she feel bad about that. He dead now. See, we have another incident and y'all fighting against gun control. I just don't get it. This country is so goddamn backwards sometimes. Girl, Tory Lanez, his sentencing date got pushed back to next week, okay? I don't understand why we still going through this. I honestly don't. Baby, just go ahead and sentence the man, okay? They said he was going to try to do that appeal, and then I seen something where it was like the prosecutor saying, like, even if the judge see it, it's just going to be overwhelming amount of evidence against him, okay? Even if you try to get a new trial or whatever. At the end of the day, baby, just cut your losses. Just cut your losses and just let it go. You did it, you did it, you did it, you did it. Okay? Moving on from it. We don't care. We don't care about you. Shout out to Young M.A. Young M.A. had to come out and give people an update about what's been going on with her. Remember the last time we spoke about her, it was because a video of her had been released and put on her Instagram and her barber's Instagram, who was her friend, that she allowed to put up there. And you could tell that something obviously was going on. Her hair was unkempt, so that's why she was getting it, fixed up. She hadn't had it done in months or whatever. And you could see that she was either on something at the moment. I'm not going to say drugs or whatever, but it could have been like medication that had her a little bit drowsy. And she also had yellow in her eyes. And anytime that I see yellow in other eyes, it automatically tells me that either you got jaundice or you got some liver issues that's going on. I do know she had an issue with alcoholism. And so, she said she been trying to be sober. She has some setbacks, doing things different and trying to get her health back on the main course, the main track or whatever. And, she's planning on putting some music out, but basically she kind of told us that, things weren't right health-wise, but she's in the process of getting back together, getting back to herself. So, we here for you, young mom. Ooh, okay. Bitch, that guy came out there and put that shit out there for real. That was the song. I don't want to hear none of y'all say that word, okay? Because if you ain't gay, don't say it. I don't even like saying it, but sometimes the shit just slip out. But that was the song back in the day. Anyway, moving on from that, another story update about that 6-year-old boy that shot that teacher in Virginia. Baby, now they finna hold the charging the mama. Deja Taylor, who was 25 years old, she been charged with felony child neglect as well as a misdemeanor charge for recklessly leaving a loaded firearm so as to endanger the child. Baby, at the end of the day, this is correct and I stand back because in the process of that little boy, and nobody has ever, I don't think we thought about that, or at least I haven't, because we so focused on the fact that he brought that gun to school and he literally targeted this teacher and shot her because she said he's been mean and saying stuff like that, like he wanted to kill her, all that stuff, for a while, and she's been reporting it, and nobody has been taking it serious until she got injured and she almost lost her life. I didn't take into consideration the fact that what if he brought that gun and tried to bring that gun to school and he mishandled it and he could have shot himself. Something could have happened where he could have shot himself and he could have lost his life too. So yes, it is very much the parents' fault, and I'm very much here for it. Lock her ass up and put his little ass up in a detention home. I don't know, because some got to get. Where's Big Mama? Where's Big Mama with the belt? All this gentle ass parenting shit. Sometimes some kids just need to have a little spanking. Not a beating, because there's a difference. I just don't understand why y'all don't know what the difference between a beating and a spanking is. We don't do beating. Spanking is a couple of whack like that, you know what I'm saying? A little stern talking too. Some of y'all get carried away. I seen something where somebody said, if you never had this, you don't you don't know what it is if you ain't never had this. I said, what is this, girl? It was a picture of a dude. Boy had like a welt mark on his neck, and it was like this. And I said, what the hell is that? I'm looking at the comments, and they said, yeah, that's when you get hit with that extension cord. I said, come again? Come again? What the fuck you doing getting hit with an extension cord that is leaving welt marks on your neck? Why y'all doing that? What the fuck? And then they was making it like it's a badge of honor. Let me tell you something. That's not a badge of honor. I wish my mama would have whooped my ass with a goddamn extension cord. I'd call 911 real quick. CPS would be out there in a minute and take me about the home, and I'd say, lock that bitch up. That would have been me. That would have been me. Oh, because we're done. We're done, okay? Extension cord? Oh my God, some of you guys are just, your lives were a lot and you just don't understand it. You know, you think that's a badge of honor and it's really not. It was a badge of abuse, but okay. Moving on from that. HBO and Discovery Plus, baby, I don't understand what y'all doing. All I know is HBO Max and Discovery Plus, they merging together, right? They merging together, and they said it's gonna just be called Max. I said, oh, you couldn't think of nothing else? You couldn't think of nothing else, okay? But anyway, y'all seen how they've been getting rid of all these shows that's been out or whatever, not coming back for a new season, because now they finna put all the Discovery Plus shows plus HBO Max shows all on one app. Let me just tell you this, it starts in May. I don't have to pay for HBO Max. I do pay $9.90, probably $7.99 or whatever. I don't know what the lowest is for Discovery Plus. And the only reason why I got Discovery Plus, because there's some shows on there that I look at. I do watch the 90 Day Fiancé shit. I do watch the Sister Wives stuff, the Seeking Sister Wives, and the 600 Pound Lives, and the 1,000 Pound Sisters, and the 1,000 Pound Best Friend. They got some good programming and some good documentaries and biographies and stuff on Discovery Plus. You just got to search through the app or whatever. So I use it, but I actually use Discovery Plus more than I use HBO Max, to be quite fair and honest. But I get HBO Max through my cable service for free. Now, it'd be good goddamn if I gotta pay extra for some shit that I don't pay for at all. And speaking of shit that's doing something crazy, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is moving from VH1 to MTV. Because at this point in time, a lot of the VH1 shows are coming under the BET umbrella. And I think they saying that MTV and B is under that umbrella as well. So a lot of the shows from VH1 is now about to be moved to MTV. We've already saw them do this in a process when RuPaul Drag Race went from Logo to VH1 for the past couple of years or so, to now it's on MTV this year. So we already see a lot of the VH1 shows moving. So the new season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta will be on MTV, as well as Couples Retreat and some other shows. Girl, I don't give a damn. My whole thing is this. That's fine. And instead of this is gonna throw me off, because I'm so used to Even though I don't review it no more, I still watch because it's still a guilty pleasure. But it's just got tiring and dumb and redundant to talk about because it's not real. It's not real. But they trying to say Love and Hip Hop coming back and it's going to be like a documentary series style or whatever. Girl, please. Cancel that shit. We done already seen a clip of Sierra and Scrappy going at each other. Somebody done already leaked that. I said, child, ain't nobody got time for this. It didn't even look like a real goddamn cuss out or whatever. It looked so fake. I feel like Love and Hip Hop has run its course. It's not real. It's the same people. It's inauthentic. And then when you get other people on there, you get people on there that are trying to make a name for themselves and they're not being real and they're coming off fake or whatever and people that we don't care about. So it's like, could you just end it? Could you just end it? Okay? Not too many people are watching it as much as they used to. So, you know, the pandemic was y'all downfall and it just told y'all to end it. Also, couples retreat. Now, how many times is Shamari and Ronnie DeVoe gonna be on this show? This like the second or third time they on here. Either break up or what? Get the fuck up off this show. I'm so confused. Then they got this random couple that's gonna be on there this season. I'm like, who the hell is them? FBB something and some bit, I don't know. They got, what's her name? What's her name? The girl off of Empire. And she also play on All American, the lesbian. Her and her girlfriend slash fiance, they gonna be on there. I said, oh, y'all having problems just like lesbians. But anyway, also, who else gonna be on there? Fallon and Jalen. I said, didn't they just break up? So all of this was recorded a while ago and y'all just now about to air it, which is kind of stupid because, again, like, the couple's already broken up, well, most of them. But, yeah, there's that. Y'all gonna watch? I don't know. I feel like Shamari needs to be back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't care what nobody says. She deserves another season. I liked her on there. I really did. I don't like the way Ronnie DeVoe be talking to her sometimes. He be talking to her like she his kid or whatever. I don't like that. And you know he older than her. Like he like almost 20 years old. I don't know. I ain't gonna say 20. But he old as shit. So it's almost like I'm the daddy. So that's what you gotta listen to what I say type of situation. Like he got mad because she had a little drink. I said, damn, so you trying to paint her out to be an alcoholic? But again, she was drinking on Real Housewives of Atlanta too. So I'm gonna have to scratch that maybe. Y'all, this whole situation about the Dalai Lama. See, this is why I don't put my hopes into men, into humans, okay? Y'all look up to these religious figures, these spiritual figures, and you're trying to get guidance, and you're trying to get this, and trying to get that, enlightenment, and all this stuff. And you forget that these people are just as imperfect as you, so what makes them any different than you? How do you know that what it is that they're saying, what they're doing, is from a divine source or something that they just made up? And then when you put your faith in them and you put your hopes in them and you look up to them or whatever, they do the disgusting thing to just make you be like ill and bring you right back down to earth. And for you to remember that, yes, these are imperfect, flawed human beings just like yourself. They're no different. Somebody just put them on a pedestal and everybody been eating it up ever since. That's how I feel about a lot of these spiritual and religious leaders and religion in general, whatever. It's a lot of bull sometimes, okay? And this Dalai Lama shit, I don't like the way that they're handling it. So what wound up happening is he was out there in Indonesia. Was he in Indonesia or India? Either way, he was out there talking to somebody, and this little boy came up there and was like, ooh, can I get a hug? Okay, because, you know, he's a big figure. All right. He was like, sure, give me a hug, and then I'll give you a kiss. He gave him a kiss on the cheek or whatever. No, I think the little boy gave him a kiss on the cheek. Okay, fine, whatever. But then he said no. And we see the video like he kissed him, and it wasn't one of those. It was a long kiss. I said, back the fuck back. That don't look right. And then what even went further was when he said, now suck my tongue, and stuck that nasty, decrepit looking shit out his mouth. I said, what the fuck? He kissed that little boy like that was his lover. And I just was not here for it. I don't care what anybody has to say. Oh, it's a cultural thing. It's this, it's that. And if he felt like it was just a cultural thing, and if he felt like he did nothing wrong, his office wouldn't have put out a goddamn statement apologizing and all of this shit or whatever because of the backlash. At the end of the day, it was disgusting. It was abuse. It was child abuse. Okay, it was sexual assault. If you ask me, bitch. I don't give a good goddamn. It's all of those words. It's very predatory. No, he was a predator in that sense, okay? And that's how fucking grooming starts, you know? And you want to know what pisses me off when it comes to stuff like this? We got people over here in the United States worrying about drag queens and, you know, having the kids around at drag shows, having drag queens or whatever come to the and do drag queen story time or whatever, reading books to the kids, and they're just reading regular books to the kids, okay? And, you know, because we have that in the library, you know, during Pride Month. Never had an issue. None of the parents have an issue. And most of the parents that sign up for it, they're heterosexual parents, okay? They have no issue with having their kids sit down there listening to a drag queen reading a book and having a good time with the kids, you know, making family activities and all of that stuff. No endangerment, nothing that was sexual, nothing like that. You're trying to ban that because you're worried about you're so-called worried about the kids, but yet you're doing absolutely fucking nothing about where the real threat is. These kids are more threatened and need to be more protected within their own household because a lot of these kids are out here getting molested and raped in their own household by the people that birthed them, by the people that help make them, by the people that are supposed to be their family and supposed to be protecting them. And also, they're out here getting molested and taken advantage of by these fucking religious leaders. Y'all not locking them up. Y'all not doing nothing with them. Priests been out here fucking these kids all these goddamn years, and what y'all doing? Turning a blind eye, moving them from one parish to the next parish. Not all of them getting locked up. Oh, don't do that, don't do that. You know, he go to counseling, he need help or whatever. But yet you worried about fucking drag queens that ain't doing a damn thing. And then you got this motherfucker on this big global stance up here, suck my tongue. Bitch, you can't tell me that ain't the first child he sexually assaulted. You can't tell me. If you bold enough to do that shit when you know you're going to be recorded, you ain't no telling what was going on that we have not seen. I'm disgusted. Knock that nigga down a peg of 3. Exile him some more, okay? Moving on from that. Daniel Caesar. Daniel said he's sorry. Sorry, he ain't sorry. He's sorry, okay, because you know he Canadian, you know. And so, he was doing this little podcast or interview or whatever, and he basically said, you know, he was wrong. He finally apologized for real, about that little rant that he went on back in 2019 when he was going up for just jewels. Some random white bitch that want to be part of the goddamn culture so bad, like she appropriated black culture so fucking bad, especially the hip hop culture and all that stuff. And I think she had on a t-shirt or something that said, these my niggas, or niggas lie. And that popped it off, okay? I will never forget this because he went on live with the bitch. And he was just, oh my God, just going up so hard for her. And this whole situation created a conversation that was happening on Twitter because, you know, they was talking about the difference between black people that was born in Canada, black people that was from Canada, and black people growing up here in the U.S. and the differences of what we had to face, okay? And yeah, granted, y'all probably had different struggles or whatever, but you're still a black man, and this white woman is out here. If she wearing a t-shirt that say niggas lies, you mean to tell me you don't think that bitch never said the word nigga? Yeah, okay, I don't give a damn where you born, where you from. You got black skin, dark skin, that's what they gonna consider you. They gonna consider you a black person because technically speaking, you are, in a sense, okay? But then you up here and they gonna always look at you as a what? A nigga, all right? And you gonna cape for this white girl like that. And then said, I don't give a shit. Y'all want to cancel me? Go ahead and cancel me. No, I'm telling you, cancel me. Don't buy anything else that come from me, okay? And bitch, why you tell us the one time somebody told us to do something, everybody listen? Because that man came out and for a couple of years, he ain't was able to do nothing. Then he made a little slight resurgence with her and their song that they had together. I mean, I was tired of hearing this shit. And now he got an album or something else, so now he making his rounds trying to, forgive me please so I can sell and I can have some money and take care of myself. That's all that I feel it was, because you tried to apologize but it was one of those backhanded apologies like, I'm only apologizing so that y'all can get off my ass, okay? And that's just it. He didn't mean that shit. And I was just like, all right. But I was never listening to his music in the first place, so I couldn't cancel somebody that I didn't care about in the first place. So there's that. But like I said, he was somewhat canceled, but he was able to make a resurgence on her song. So there's that. Y'all forget him. Y'all forget him. Oh, the cancel culture is so fucking funny. And you want to know what it is? He told us. So it ain't like we was like, oh, we finna cancel you. No, he said, go ahead and cancel me. Don't buy none of my shit. Don't stream none of my shit. And, my mama say somebody tell you to do something, you do it. Oh my God, that was so funny. But anyway, moving on from that. Tiger Woods, at this point, I feel like you just need to give it up. I think like you just need to give it up. You have won so much. You have made so many record-breaking things, and you have so many awards and awards and all that, and titles and masters and all that. But I think at this point you just need to give it up. He was out there doing a little putt-putt, and baby, ever since that accident that he had, because he was cheating on his wife, and his wife was about to whoop his ass, and he was up in that car, baby, them car accidents fucked his ass up. And you know what? I can relate. I've been in car accidents. That's why my fucking knees are the way that they are. I have arthritis in my knees because of the injuries that I had in car accidents, okay? And because, I messed my shit up in the first place when I fractured it. It's a mess. It's a mess. So I get it. I also relate to him because he was out there doing a little putt-putt, like I said, and next thing you know, he was out there limping. He was limping so bad. I said, damn, bitch, what happened to you? Girl, they said his plantar fasciitis. Oh, my God. He said that thing just started acting up, and he just couldn't even walk on his goddamn foot. And I said, it is so crazy that he talked about that. And then Tiffany from B-Stand 87, their channel, Tiffany and Tanea, her foot was fucked up because she got the same thing. I have that as well. And it seems like a lot of people that are prone to flat feet, they have that or they eventually get that. And basically what it is inflammation of the band that stretch from the heel to the toes or whatever. And it is so fucking hurt. It's like a thick band of tissue that goes from your heel all the way up to your toe. And bitch, when that bitch get inflamed, you can barely walk on that hoe. And for whatever reason, if you have not stepped on it all day, or you keep your foot up for a long period of time, even for like a good 5 minutes, as soon as you put your foot down, bitch, the pain that goes through it, it's like somebody just stabbing you all up in your foot. So if it's you gotta find a way to walk. If you decide to go ahead and try to walk on that bitch, you will be limping like Tiger was. And you either gonna have to walk on this side or you gonna have to walk on this side. But walking on that whole foot, oh, it's just not gonna happen. It is the most irritating thing. And don't be in bed and then get up in the morning and try to get up out that bed real quick. Oh, bitch. You're gonna have the shock of your life, because as soon as you put that foot down and try to put pressure on it, you're gonna have to, it's gonna knock your ass right back down. It's gonna knock your ass right back down. And I said, oh, imagine having that every goddamn day. That is some shit that I'm so glad I don't have. My mama had to deal with it. She actually had to get surgery for hers, okay? Like, they had to cut. That was the only time I ever seen my mama cry. My mama was trying to walk up the steps. Oh, it ain't funny. My mama was trying to walk up the steps because we was at another place. This was when we used to live upstairs. My grandmother She had a building. My grandparents owned this building. They lived on the first floor. We lived in the second floor apartment. Okay, and you know, when you walking up these buildings back in the day, ain't no elevator, whatever. You walk up these long ass steps. Now, mind you, it's long steps to get to the porch. Then you gotta walk up an even longer step to get upstairs to the second floor. Bitch, my mama had to go get surgery, right? We went to school, and by the time I came home, she was trying to get her ass up them steps. She was down there crying. I said, what the fuck is going on? Because she ain't saying that. I just heard the whimpering. So I go out there because I was like, oh my goodness. The anesthesia and all that shit had the morphine, the medicine, it had wore off. By the time she got home, I just said, goddamn, my mom was in so much fucking pain. Bitch couldn't walk for shit. I said, damn, mama. I don't know. It's not funny. It's not funny. I feel like it's just because of the way I be saying stuff that be just throwing me off and it's making me laugh. But because it is not funny. It's not funny seeing your mama. It's not funny. It's not funny. It really ain't. It really ain't. Baby, we had some time back then, okay? I'll never forget when me and my they was selling some clothes on the having like a little porch garage sale or porch sale. Me and my cousin got into a fight. Now let me tell you something. I got into one fight where I fought somebody that was not in my family, and I beat her ass because she was up in my yard. I told y'all about that. She came up in there trying to talk. Imagine we was friends, okay? And that's why I have trust issues too. Now I'm realizing it goes all the way back. It goes all the way back. She was my friend, and then all of a sudden she turned real two-faced, and she was up there telling other people I did this, did that. And I was like, girl, what are you talking about? Next thing you know, she come up and, what you say? Well, I said, first of all, bitch, I ain't saying nothing, but if you want to do something, let's do this. She came up to me, and she said, Pop. And I moved and grabbed her, knocked her ass down. I did one of them souffle moves. I remember just pinning her ass down. And I said, and what, bitch? Pop. What? Pop. She ain't never get a hit off of me, okay? Girl, I was a little bit smaller back then. I can move, okay? I can move, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I said, you ain't finna play with me. Girl, and mind you, our mamas grew up together. I said, what the fuck? Her name was Makita. Should have known it. Anyway, and then... What I was saying, but that was the only fight that I got into outside of my family. All of my other fights really happened with my cousins. Your cousins are your best friends and your first friends or whatever, and cousins are the ones that you fight first. And at least that's how it was in my household. Okay, every time I came over there to my grandma's house, everything could be all good for a minute, and next thing you know, a fight breaking out between either the sisters or me and one of them. Okay, I never forget, we was on that porch. Supposed to be selling them clothes, setting it up. Bitch, I don't know what popped it off, but my cousin, she tried me, and we was fighting on that damn porch. I just know all them clothes just got flung everywhere. The rack got broke because I threw her through the rack. Baby, we was gutter. We was gutter, okay? Gutter and ghetto. I loved it. My other cousin, we got into a fight in the van. My granddad used to have this gray van, right? And it was on its last leg, okay? I mean, when I tell you he rode it till the wheels popped the fuck off. Baby, the window couldn't even stay closed, so he had to put one of them wire hangers into the lock or whatever to latch, and he turned it or whatever so that it could stay closed, okay? Baby, my grandma went to Value City when it used to be up there at that 47 shopping mall. Some of y'all from Chicago, from the south side, y'all know what I'm talking about. She had us wait up in the car. Back in the day, that was when grandma used to go to the store all the damn time, and it was either if you're going to come with me or you're going to stay in the car. You had to take a toss-up because either way, you're going to be walking and sitting for a long time. So it was just like any, meeny, miny, mo that. But this time, she told us to stay in the car. I'm going to be out in a few minutes. A few minutes turned into damn near over an hour. The fuck is you? And then coming out with barely nothing. Well, what were you up in there doing for over an hour and to come out with barely nothing? The bag ain't even full. What is it, Grandma? But we got into a fight, and this was my younger cousin, the only one that I actually really fucked with this day. Girl, we got into a fight, and we was pop, pop, pop. Next thing you know, I guess because I was fucking her ass up, she said, fuck you, bitch. She took my arm, like when she was trying to block my arm, and that wire hanger, he ain't dull as shit out, so it was still sharp. My granddad, he He'll do one thing, but he don't complete the whole task. I said, this is a hazard. Anybody could have just cut themselves, and that's exactly what she did. She pushed my arm on there, and my arm went like this. Shoom. I have a scar on my arm. You can't barely see it. Unless you close up, you will see it. But it goes from right here all the way up here. I said, bitch, you was trying to cut me open. She said, y'all. I said, wow. Wow. We had some time. That. Let me tell you something. Growing up like that made you tough, bitch. That's why when I be seeing like the shit on the Real Housewives and these reality shows, and I be like, oh my God, why would you do that? You're not supposed to hear. You're supposed to use your word. Bitch, we grew up hitting. I'ma tell you till this day. When it came to like that whole Real Housewives of Potomac shit, till this day, I really wasn't mad at Monique for fighting that girl. I was mad at the fact that she threw the hit first. That's just it. That's just it. Because you hit me first and then I'ma finish your ass. That's the type of person I am. I wasn't mad that they got into a fight. People grow up different. So there's that. Girl, Angel Reese said after all of that mess, she said, y'all, we going to the White House. I know my other teammates, even though I might feel some type of way, my other teammates, they probably want to go too. So I'm going to go to the White House. I said, girl, you was going to go anyway, okay? So they said Beyonce mama had got her property vandalized a little bit. Some dude was standing outside her gate throwing rocks at the mailbox. Now, baby, when I first seen this, somebody said, oh my God, we need to pray for Mama Tina because, she got her home vandalized. I said, what? The first thing I think when I thought about that was when they had stole and broke into Beyonce's storage unit or whatever and took all of her stuff out of there, bags and gowns and shit like that and other stuff, valuables. I'm thinking they had ransacked the place. Girl, they said that the man was standing outside her gate throwing rocks at the mailbox. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny because technically speaking, that is vandalism, especially if it was big rocks and it fucked up the mailbox. But, it could have escalated from there. But they said he was out there, just acting a little bit erratical, and so they had to call the cops and they put him on the 5150. The internet just makes stuff bigger than it was because I could have sworn. I was like, damn, somebody came up in there and ransacked Mama Tina's house. Who would do such a thing? Girl, they said he was just playing putt-putt with the mailbox. It's not funny. It's not funny because that's dangerous too. Like I said, stuff can escalate. But hey, I can't be serious for shit. It is what it is. I don't know what that was, but no arrests have been made up in the Shanquella Robinson situation. They said that they're not gonna do it because there's not enough evidence to arrest anybody. Do you understand how pissed off I was when I seen that earlier today? I said, really? It just feels like y'all was never gonna do anything in the first place. And I just feel like this is the time for street justice. But hey, I'm not gonna advocate for that, but yeah. Moving on from that, the last thing I want to talk and mention, Billy McFarland. Some of y'all may not remember who he is. All I gotta do is say Fire Festival. And there you go. He was the one who came up with Fire Festival, had all them motherfucking people, them pretentious, trust fund babies up in there and everything else, thinking that they're gonna be partying with the celebs out there on this island in the Bahamas or whatever. Girl, we gonna be up in these fancy ass tents. We gonna be eating gourmet meals. We gonna be listening to this and that. Bitch, they get out there and it wasn't nothing. They was feeding them cheese sandwiches with a lettuce leaf on the side as a salad. Had them sleeping on fucking cots. Had them going to party potties. Bitch, had them in a goddamn makeshift ass tent with 2 sticks, okay? It was disgusting. Girl, and one celebrity there, they had all poured out. It was a farce. It was a farce. It was a farce. Girl had the people stranded and they was hot as hell. He talking about, imagine he went to jail for it, right? He been out of jail for the past year. This motherfucker said Fire Festival 2 is on its way. Oh, he said instead of getting one cheese slice, y'all gonna get 2 cheese slices at this one. Bitch, now hold on a minute. Now this may sound like a little bit of struggle meals to somebody. Pause. If you are stupid enough to pay or to even click a link, because I wouldn't trust anything that he put up. Even if it's a link, don't click it because bitch, it might be a spam type of shit. As soon as you click it, it's gonna just take all your information. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's just what it is, okay? And you dumb enough to click on anything and to put your credit card information into anything and to even be interested in saying that you want to go to Fire Festival 2 after you seen the disastrous way of Fire Festival 1, you deserve everything that happens to you. You deserve to be stranded out there in that goddamn ocean. That's what you deserve. But bitch, let me get back to the cheese sandwiches. I don't know about y'all, and I don't want to hear no shit, okay? Put down in the comments the little snacks that y'all used to eat when y'all was younger. Let me tell you something. We won po, but it was one of those situations where it was just so good to me. Get some Hellmann's mayonnaise. Put it on the bread, right? And it has to be white bread too. Put it on both sides of the bread. Okay, so you get it on this side and you get it on this side. You get to put on both bread. And then you put a cheese slice. 1 or 2 cheese slices. I did 1 and a half. Put it on the bread and eat your cheese sandwich. Oh my God, bitch, the shit was so good. I haven't had none since I was a kid. I don't want none, but it was good. It was good. Somebody gonna be like, damn, what in the struggle? It was no struggle. It was just good. It was just good, bitch. You wanna know what was good back in the day too? Bologna. Bologna, what's his name? Oh, you know, it was really, really good. You know, you fry that bitch up. Put a little cheese on. Let me tell you something. This is how I used to make my bologna sandwich. My bologna. So it's different bolognas, okay? There was the Kraft bologna, and there was also the bologna that come with the red rim on it, and you had to pull it off, bitch. Oh, it was heaven, okay? I don't know what the hell that meat was. It was a whole bunch of shit. Baby, we was just eating a whole bunch of bullshit back in the day. See, that's why. Anyway, I know where I went wrong. As an adult, I realized, like, bitch, y'all really was feeding us any goddamn thing. But anyway, you fry that bitch up, put it on the bread. Either you eat it on a plain bread with hot sauce on top of it. Oh my God, put some hot. You got your bread, you got your bologna, put your hot sauce on there, put that other bread on there, slap, eat it. Or you just go ahead and put some mayonnaise on the bread, and then you make a whole ass sandwich. I mean a whole ass sandwich. Lettuce, tomato, all of that shit. Baby, and a piece of cheese, bitch. Oh my God, it used to be so good. Let me tell you something else that we used to eat back in the day. My grandma used to eat, make us these sausage sandwiches, okay? She used to make, get the sausage, get the egg, and then, you know, on one of the breads, like, that have all the butter and the jelly on top of it, whatever. So it'd be like a jelly sausage and egg sandwich. Sometimes we used to eat the egg sandwiches, the fried egg sandwiches, and put a little bit of ketchup on that too. Somebody gonna say something like, ew, girl, but no, I'm telling you, fry up an egg. Don't scramble it, but fry it up. And put it on a piece of bread, put a little bit of ketchup on there, and put that damn other bread on there and eat that thing and tell me how it is. I'm telling you, that shit is bomb. That shit is bomb. Now, I don't do that scrambling up eggs and putting ketchup on it. I just feel like it ain't gonna taste the same. It just ain't gonna taste the same. That ain't what I'm on. But yeah, that, ooh, we had a time. And my grandma had her days where she couldn't cook and what she could cook. And when she was on cooking for real, oh, that shit was everything. Then there'd be days I'd be like, Grandma, what the fuck is this? And if we didn't eat it, my granddad would eat that shit. I said, you cooking like we still down south, baby. We is from the north. Y'all from the south, baby. We northern, okay? Cook that northern shit. I don't know what this is. Cornbread with goddamn sugar in it. Ew. Cornbread with onions and bell peppers in it for my granddaddy. Ew. Okay. He used to eat cornbread with buttermilk, like cereal. Ew. Ew. And some of y'all eat that shit too. Okay. I feel like I'm dissing the South right about now. No, it ain't it. It ain't it. Baby, I'm just one of those black folks that don't like to eat a lot of traditional black soul food type of shit. I don't like greens. I don't like grits. I don't like oatmeal. I don't like ham hock. I don't like turkey neck. I don't like none of that shit. I don't like sweet potato pie. I don't like pecan pie. I really just don't like pie, okay? I don't like all that mushy shit, okay? I barely eat cake. I know it's surprising, but I barely eat cake. I have to be in the mood for it. I barely eat ice cream. Baby, I had some ice cream that I brought a month and a half ago. Finally opened that bitch up last week. Took a spoonful and put that shit back in the freezer because it was nasty. It wasn't nasty, I just wasn't in the mood for it. I said, girl, I don't want this shit. It's just gonna sit up in the freezer. Still there now. But I don't eat that. I don't eat that shit y'all be eating, bitch. Give me some chicken. Give me some macaroni. Give me some spaghetti. And spaghetti and fish go together. I just want y'all to know that's a whole ass meal right there. That's a meal and a side. That's your meat and that's your side with the spaghetti. Or you can eat spaghetti by yourself and that's a whole meal. We ain't finna debate that shit. It's just how it is, okay? It's just how it is. It's very filling. It's very filling, okay? And yes, we do be having it at the baby showers, okay? We have it at the baby showers, the get-togethers, the cookout. We put it all together. I eat baked potatoes. What is it? Potato salad, macaroni salad, fried fish. Little bit of fried chicken, but I've been kind of holding off on that because, you know, figure. Okay, give me a little bake here and a little bake there. What else? Give me some scrimps. Give me a little pizza. Give me a little chicken patty. And I'm good. Maybe a little pasta here and there if it's cheese and all that stuff, because I love me some cheese. Baby, I'm lactose intolerant and missing a gallbladder. That is a fucking recipe for disaster. And baby, you just don't want to know. But I still put my body through the torture because it's just so good. I swear to God, I'd be like Max. If y'all ever seen that episode of Living Single, when Max found out that she was allergic to chocolate, let my doctor tell me, oh, you cannot eat cheese no more. It's going to just destroy you. I'm going to be like, well, bitch, I'm destroyed. I said, now, I can do a lot of things and I can sustain from a lot of things, but that's just not one of them. I'm not even going to sit here and hold you. Give me the medication or whatever it is that I need to do for the side effects, okay? That's all that it is. All right? All right. But, yeah, put some of y'all's childhood shit down there back in snacks and shit that y'all probably had. Baby, we had Swiss rolls. We had fudge rounds, all the little Debbie products, whatever. I don't know, did y'all used to have this little candy that's almost like M&M's, but they was around there called Sixlets. Baby, they were so damn good. It was so damn good. I prefer them over M&M's any day. Okay, them little cheap shit. Laffy Taffy, corn nuts, lemon head, grape heads, cherry heads, blue head. Girl, let me get the fuck up off of here. That was back in the day when the bag of chips used to be $25 and it was full. Okay, it was full. You can get a whole bunch of shit for a goddamn dollar. You can get a whole goddamn junk meal for a whole dollar. These days, you can't even get shit. But y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. I just had to go down memory lane. All right. End this on a positive note. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week and have a blessed weekend. Y'all gonna listen to Latasha. It hit me for whatever reason, but bitch, it hit me and I'm off this. Bye, y'all.